Hello everyone, my name is Joachim and welcome to So Many Games So Little Time. Today we will be unboxing Tiny Epic Dungeons and I'll be going over what's in the box. Now it's not just my copy, it's also Kind's copy because we cut down on shipping that way. So let's see what's in the box. So we have Stories, which is the expansion. Apparently I opened it from the bottom, not the top. And then we have another copy of Stories. Okay. And then we have a copy of Tiny Epic Dungeons. And then we have a copy of Tiny Epic Dungeons. There you go. So this can go. And then we'll unbox these two, as you can see, randomly chosen. But I think damage wise there doesn't seem to be any damage in general, so it should be okay. So I'll be taking a look at these two. Let me first get the plastic off and then we can continue. Okay, since we have the expansion Stories here, we're going to do that secondly. First we're going to start with this one. Okay, the base game. You might have seen before I actually moved on, but it had a deluxe edition sticker. You can already see it at the cover. You can see there's a little bit of a, I don't know, emboss, I guess it is what they call it. But first, let's take a look. It's by Almes and Gamelink Games, of course. Let's take a look at the art on the side. Okay. It seems like they've chosen for some characters and the logo. You can see different characters. And it has like different levels as well. And 1 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, and 14 plus, which apparently you have to take with a caveat, with a grain of salt, because apparently it takes 2 hours or something to play. I've heard online, because I got my copy super late. Normally Asia gets it early, but now yeah, now it's super late. Okay, it's because of the shipping and so on. I think there'll be some art on the inside, but we'll see. Yes, there is. I always appreciate that tons when they do that. Okay, and here's the manual, which sadly I've heard many bad things about, but there's also a QR code to learn the rules there. Okay, the components, you can see there's a ton in such a small box. It is a little bit intimidating. So many rules and such a little print, right? Such a little font, so small font, sorry. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. And you can see it's not just a I'm going to take it out, explain it, and quickly play kind of game. It does seem to be quite complicated. There you go. But people do have fun with it, don't get me wrong. So there we go. Alright, so I guess they did it like this, so which actually I kind of like, because then when you're playing, you just can put this out like that, and it's easier to reference. Or just like this. Okay, cool. So that's the rulebook. Let's see, first we have this here, which seems to me like a mini expansion. I'll move away for a second. Yeah, Potions and Perils. Mini expansion by Almes as well. So we have these two, the Demon Lord and the Leech. Alright. On the other side, we have Act 1. Okay, sure. And here we have Potion cards, Goblin cards, Minion cards, the Boss mats, 1 Mixes Labs Dungeon card, and 2 Minion tokens. And then some explanation. Now here we have the 2 minions. You can see they are quite cute. I mean cute, just it's cool that it's screen printed and everything. Alright. Put this on the side. Well, I guess I'll put it back in the baggie for now. Let's take a look at the cards of that expansion. Alright, so these are the card backs, first of all. So those potions, and I guess these are the bosses probably, we'll see. So the Epic Mug Ale, the Witch's Brew. I like the art though. Bottle of Energy, Healing Potion, Magic Elixir, Haste Draft, Mind Tonic, Strength Filter, the Mixie Goblin, and then we have the Wraith and the Vampire Imp. And then finally, this is also something. I think it looks a room, probably. Yeah. Okay, so that is the Potion and Perils expansion. I'm gonna put it back in the plastic bag. Alright, so I'll put that away. And then let's start with the dice. I love dice, so let's take a look. Let's take a gander. These are the dice, and they look really, really nice. Like really nice. Nice and shiny. Really cool. I'm really, really impressed, actually. Yeah. I really love these dice. Put them on the side. Bunch of cards. Let's do these first. Well, second, I guess. A lot of cards for such a small game. The card backs. There's only one of these. More rooms. More enemies and loot, apparently. Oh yeah, let's see. I just put them all separately so we can see what is what later on. So yeah, the reason why I got this game so late was because it was produced in Asia, then sent to Europe, and then sent back to Asia. If I'm not mistaken, if I understood correctly. Let's take a look at the rooms first. Now these don't have, I'm doing it like this because they're kind of bent. So I guess this is an entrance. The rooms apparently don't have names, which I guess could be a slight problem if you need to refer to them. Especially if English is not your first language, I guess. But then you could argue, like, you know, there's no language here, so then it's better for people who don't speak the language. I guess as long as you understand everything, it's fine. But the art is cool. You know, it'll look nice if it's all spread out. And then these ones are spells: Chain Lightning, Holy Abundance, Cloud of Death, Fireball, Delver's Luck, Conjurer's Gambit, Giant Strength, Eagle's Swiftness, Tempest of Arrows, Dungeon's Cry, Dark Bargain, Invisibility, Elemental Charge, and Claw of Darkness. Cool. Then this is maybe the final room or what? That's stairs. It's just stairs to go to the next level. These are some enemies: Ooze, Troglodytes, Minotaur, Ogre, Troll, Skeleton, Dungeon Crawler, and Dire Serpent. Alright, and then we have the loot: Crossbow, Hookshot, Ruby figurine, it's really nice, Jade figurine, Amethyst figurine, Sun Hammer, Spiked Buckler, Elven Chain, Violet Cape, Cursed Dragon Scale, Long Sword of the Lion, Shield of the Lion, Plate Mail of the Lion. And I guess I wouldn't be surprised if this means if you have like the full set of armor. That's nice though. Greaves of the Lion, Great Axe of the Bear, same thing here. I'm pretty sure there's sets. Throwing Axes of the Bear, Warhorn of the Bear, Studded Jerkin of the Bear, Claw of the Panther, Longbow of the Panther, Cloak of the Panther, Glove of the Panther, Great Staff of the Phoenix. So this is the Phoenix set, the Spell Tome, the Ring, and the Robes. Okay. Now the downside of sets is, of course, that you have less original pieces. You know, that's kind of a downside. And then we have these: Stabby Goblin, Boomy Goblin, Pokey Goblin, Shooty Goblin. You can see all the cards, they're a little bit, they're not straight. You see they're a little bit like this, right? So that's why I was doing that. Obviously these will not be sleeved, because I imagine if they're sleeved they won't get in there. Alright, and then we have some minis. I'm trying to poke through. So I don't know how easy it's going to be to see this. But this is basically a mage. This looks like an elven ranger of some sorts. I will definitely not be painting these. Unless I really like the game, but I don't think so. Although I don't think it should take long because they're so tiny. The miniatures are nice though. They're really well detailed for being so small. Yeah. The dwarf. Yeah, details are quite impressive. This is another mage. Maybe a druid or something. Oh, sorcerer. The arts of these figurines really reminds me of World of Warcraft. This looks like a barbarian. Alright, so those are the minis. Put them back in their bag. And here we go. These are more figurines and other pieces, game pieces, I guess. Okay, these I think are really cool. Although I really think it's also sad, but I'll tell you why. Okay, so these are like gears. They look like gears, but they're actually keyholes. But while of course I could be wrong, but then it would be cool if you actually had a key. But I don't see anything resembling a key. There's nothing you can just plug in there. You also have gray hearts, but also red ones. Okay. You also have these little pentagrams, I guess you call them. Well, come on guys, show the printed side. Don't be running around. Okay. There's another one. There's 5 of them. And I guess they belong to this Eye of Sauron. What else do we have? We have the Flash. Lightning. It's all cool though. It's all really fascinating. And then I guess we have the enemies. Like, yeah. So I guess all the ones that we've seen cards of before, they of course also in screen printed form, and they are double-sided. Oh, and you can see here, this is number 1, this is number 3, this is number 4, this is number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't know why they're numbered, but and then some other things here. I like the ooze. Ooze is kind of funny. There we go. And you can see the quality is really good. Really good. And then finally the boards. Player boards and so on. So, the dragon. I guess you use these just on the side when you're not using the dragon. It'll just be for a campaign and everything. The Hydra. Hail Hydra. But it's always Act 1 though. So, I don't know. The Goblin King. Always Act 1. The Pharaoh. Cool. The Gorgon. The Seer. Grokul, Hark. These are the characters you can play as Grokul, the half-orc barbarian. And then if you don't use him, you can use him as a reference for all the icons, which is always nice. Etherna, the elf sorceress. Yeah, so sorceress, like I said. Ulissa, which is the dwarf cleric. Win Kaleas, the Elf Ranger. Moonblade, the Wood Elf Rogue. Sir Lannon, the Human Paladin. Very strong World of Warcraft vibes. Gerant or Gerant the Blue, the Ancient Wizard. And then Thodin Fireblade, the Dwarf Fighter. And then this is, I guess, the way like a progress. You know, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe this is depends on who comes out at one point. You have the steps that you go up and so on. Yeah, I think it's like that. This Act 2. Yeah. Okay, so this is the unboxing of the main game, the main box of Tiny Epic Dungeon. I was about to say from Dungeon Heroes, but there's just there's some ads on the side of the box which I'm not going to pay attention to. But yeah, so that in itself is already very impressive, all those items. Now I'm very quickly filling these bags, but I will just press stop, repack this, and then come back. Okay, so then it's now time for the expansion, Tiny Epic Dungeons Stories, a perilous expansion for Tiny Epic Dungeons by Scott Almes, and of course the Gambling Games. The art, this doesn't really matter on the sides, you know, it's just Tiny Epic Stories, blah, blah, blah. At the back you see here, and they say the heroes huddle around the campfire, comforted by its warmth, but weary of the dangerous woods that surround them. Journeying to Goblin's Coast from lands across Ogmore, each adventurer has a story to tell to their new acquaintances. Some are here for fame and glory, others for coin, and some have more nefarious motives. But for the moment, these unlikely companions are allies, agreed to face this daunting task together. Enter the dungeon, defeat its bosses, complete its quests, and save the world. So basically it adds like backstories and everything. So we'll see what's inside. Let's check. I don't think there'll be art this time. Oh, there is. It's a very nice map, and it has certain things surrounded, like here, and yeah, you really have to look very closely to actually be able to make some stuff out, though. So I don't know. Normally I would throw this away, but we'll see. If I can't get it in the main box, then I'll probably keep it. But yeah, the Adventurer's Storybook. So of course, the expansion overview, the stories, Epic Dungeon mode, level 2, Epic Dungeon level 3, and then the map again. So even if you don't have this map, you can always have this map. Of course, this map looks cooler. Alright, let's go on. I don't think this will fit in the main box, to be honest. Alright, let's start with the cards and then look at the rest. Because this mighty goblin is giving me eyes. Alright, so we have the mighty goblin, spelly goblin, and then we have a lot of loot. The mage blade. This is the scarab set, okay? Mage blade, ward, the vestment, the orbs, and then we have the viper set, the fangs, smoke pellets, shadow ghee, eyes. Oh, it's a short set. Then we have a dungeon map, bedrolls, everlit torch, ceremonial spear. Alright, then we have some enemies, the fire elemental and the golem. Then the elder stairs, and then some rooms. Looks very interesting. And then we have the stories with in the back objective and what you're supposed to do. So sacrifice a minion, rescue the adventurers, a dimensional debt, the golden phoenix, the pyrotechnic heists, curse of the hobgoblin, purify the aquifer, and scry into the future. Alright, all sounds very, very good. Let's take a look at the meeples, I guess. 2 more grey hearts. Okay, seen those before. This time we have a red version of the eye. And then we have this and that, A and B. And then the golem and the fire thing that I've forgotten already. Fire demon. These two. Alright. And then we have the extra hero figures. We have this guy, basically a bear who's drinking. Really cool. Quite original. This one, this looks like an Indiana Jones woman kind of figure, kind of character. Definitely Indiana Jones vibe. I don't know. Cheerleader? No, I think it's more like a druid as well. Something to do with the moon, I don't know. This is the Gamelin guy. A knight. Although he might not be named that way here, I don't know. A bard. A female bard. Alright. This looks like another kind of mage. Let's see if I'm correct or not. Then we have this one, which seems more like a monk, fighter, karate, kung fu, martial arts kind of person. And then we have this woman here. Okay. Now, I was looking for this guy, but I didn't see that guy. The Tinkerer. I guess he's an enemy. Let's see. And the Tinkerer is an enemy, yeah, too bad. I would like to play with him. The Mind Lasher looks really awesome. A Taurus, the Elf Warlock. Okay, so a Warlock, alright. Clotho, the Human Psionic. Yeah, I would not have thought of that. Zuchong, Pandakin Brewmaster. Alright. Lara Gambit. Yeah, Human Adventurer. Hello. Sir Gamelin. Yep. Guardian of the Order. Evelyn. Dryad Druid. Okay. Neely Songheart. Halfling Bard. That was easy. And Zazili Human Monk. Okay. No surprises there. Alright, cool. That was the unboxing. Now, the games, both of them, they look pretty awesome, to be honest, and I am really keen on trying them out, but I have to say I also still have Tiny Epic Pirates here that I still haven't tried, and Tiny Epic Galaxies I haven't tried the expansion, so maybe I should just have a Tiny Epic week, play all three of them and then compare them, but I'll see what I do. Anyway, this was the unboxing, woefully late, but not my fault. And then my next mission is to try to get Kine his copy as soon as possible. Alright, thank you very much everybody for watching. Have an amazing day. I was Joachim and still will be tomorrow. And it's just so many games all the time. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.